Shy is not a word that Brittany Gray currently uses to describe herself. She says no one believes she was once a quiet child.
You were shy. You're so outspoken. But if it wasn't for the club, I think I'd probably still be a shy little girl.
Brittany started coming to the Boys and Girls Club as a little girl. She was 6 and overwhelmed.
All these kids, I was like, oh my goodness, Mama, what have you put me into?
All of a sudden, this only child had dozens of siblings at the club. Now, as a staff member, she's more of an older sister in the Boys and Girls Club family, and she knows something that these kids may someday come to understand.
You know, I wouldn't know where I would be if it wasn't for the club, with all the violence and gangs, and it's just so much stuff going on that kids that are going home by themselves at the school, they need somewhere to go, and I think this was the best place for them, and I'm glad I stuck with it.
And so are the people who run the Boys and Girls Clubs of Pitt County. Patrick Shirley, Director of Operations of the Boys and Girls Club, says Brittany's attitude is contagious.
She comes in every day happy, enthusiastic, and is willing to help anybody under any circumstances. It doesn't matter.
Brittany's energy has helped her earn great grades, keep a part-time job at Food Lion, and even graduate from high school early. In the fall, she's off to college.
I'm going to Winston-Salem State University, and I'll be doing nursing.
And Patrick hopes nursing will bring Brittany back to Pitt County.
Hopefully she's going to come back and work here at Pitt Memorial maybe.
Regardless of where Brittany's career takes her, the Boys and Girls Clubs have not heard the last of her.
I will always be back. The club, I feel when I get to a place where I could give back, the club is where I want to give back.
A promise from a young woman who has already given so much.
Our mission is to inspire and enable all young people to reach their full potential and give them as much support as possible.
57% of Boys and Girls Club alumni say that the club literally saved their lives. What do you attribute that to?
Well, a lot of these children are out in communities where there's a lot of danger. And here in Pitt County, it's the same as nationwide, frankly. A lot of our children are living in rough neighborhoods where there's a lot of temptation, a lot of risk, and we try to provide them with not only a safe haven to be, but also the programs that will teach them how to avoid that kind of behavior.
Have you seen any examples of kids here whose lives have been saved by the club?
Yes, we've had many examples, both alumni who have come back and told us that, but also current cases where we've had young people that we've counseled who have said, if I can't come to the club, I'm going to be in trouble on the streets and I'm going to be at risk because my life will be in danger.
Let's talk about the perception of the Boys and Girls Clubs of being, as you said, a safe haven, a place for kids to come after school, and that's it. You say there's so much more to the clubs than that.
Yes, we do make sure that they learn things as well. There's an educational enhancement process that goes through here. They're not only getting help with their homework every day after school, they're getting tutoring for those students that are struggling with their schoolwork, but we also have computer labs and other programs that will make sure that they gain as much knowledge and skill as possible while they're here.
And how do you maintain computer labs and in making sure there's people here to tutor those students?
Well, we're very fortunate to have a very generous community. For us to have 5 locations in Pitt County is incredible. We have a lot of support from the United Way and other organizations throughout the county. We get grants from various locations as well to help us. Computers are an important part of what we do, and they are expensive. We're just now going through a process of replacing a number of computers through some grants we've received. So we're very fortunate to have that kind of support in the community.
And do the kids, the club members, do they pay a fee to come here and belong here and use things like the computers and the gym?
A very small fee. The idea is we want them to have an investment in their Boys and Girls Club, and we want the parents to invest as well, but not so much that people cannot afford to come to the club. So we provide scholarships if they need assistance, but the whole goal is to keep it affordable.
What is your goal for each of your clubs?
Well, each club is designed based on the community they serve. We're in Ayden and Farmville. We're north of the river now, as well as on Fire Tower Road, and we've started a program at Jarvis United Methodist Church as well. So each of those clubs is trying to develop the unique programs that they need for the needs and interests of the children that attend their club. But the basic concept is still the same. They need to have positive role models, people who can help them shape their character and set values, but also to have some fun. There's no doubt that we want to have fun so that they have a place that they can come and still enjoy childhood, but also learn some valuable life lessons at the same time.
A lot of kids come through here. I'm sure you get to know some of them very well, and there's kids all over the county. You just named the 5 different clubs. What do you hope that each of them leave when they move on past the Boys and Girls Club? What do you hope they leave this program with? What is your goal for them?
We hope that they've established some goals for their future, that not only to graduate high school, which is one of our chief goals for everyone that comes through our club, but also that they have a plan when they've turned 18 and they're no longer a member of the club. They know where they're headed. They don't necessarily need to say, I know what I'm going to do for a career, but are they going to pursue higher education? Are they going to go get a job right away? Are they going to go into the military? Whatever it is, we just want them to have thought that through so they have a plan when the time comes.
Ladarius Williams is one of the teens who attends the Boys and Girls Club north of the river off the old Belvoir Highway. This 14-year-old is also one who has lived through a true tragedy for his family.
I was at school and I was getting off the bus and I saw my house burning.
This is what's left of Ladarius's house. Not much. It sent his family hopping from house to house.
After that, we went to a hotel, then we went to my brother's house and to my grandma's house and everything.
So I could just imagine what Ladarius went through, to have all your stuff gone, come home from school, have no clothes, no toys, nothing. It's just devastating enough.
But Ladarius was able to turn to his second home, the Boys and Girls Club.
I'm glad to be at the Boys and Girls Club.
Sandra Tripp, who directs the Boys and Girls Club, says kids who go through tragedies like Ladarius can find stability here.
And a lot of these kids might not have support at home, and they look for us to help give them that support, get them through the hard times, and that's what we just try to do.
The club did more than just help Ladarius get by, though. The club brought his family Christmas.
For Christmas, they gave us toys and stuff, and gave us gift cards and stuff.
The parents donated money. One of our staff donated a bunch of clothes, that he had, and it was just a community effort that really helped this family out.
An extended family, a second home. That's what the Boys and Girls Clubs can be. Mary Cobb Randall does more than help fill in the blanks for kids as they practice reading. She helps fill in the blanks for a role model.
Mary Cobb, I guess, is sort of like our champion of children out here.
This is the Boys and Girls Club of Pitt County on Fire Tower Road. This high school senior volunteers her own time to play ping pong and help kids with their homework. That may not sound like much, but when you add it up,
I think between 500 and 600 now.
It's extraordinary.
I guess it's a great way to get involved and help them become productive citizens. So I can really see the difference that I'm making.
And the difference is in the writing on the wall, literally. Mary Cobb spent Thanksgiving break beautifying the bathrooms of the Boys and Girls Club. But the writing is also in this book.
I published a book called You Are My Inspiration, and it featured about 85 children from the Boys and Girls Club. They were asked to write and draw about who inspired them, and I put their work into a 100-page book.
The book was a hit with kids and the club's supporters.
Anybody that saw it said, I've got to have one.
She has discovered her God-given talents, and she's using those to serve others, because in the end, I think that's what's really important in this world.
It's just kind of amazing that somebody that young is that focused on what she wants to do.
And Mary Cobb's focus is on these kids who need her love and attention, helping them write their own inspiring life story.